Alright, this is a video that Aweberman sent us on the Discord. Aweberman, who hosts the 2.1 channel where they play like the original FFG experience. They started with the core set and added new packs every month, and at the moment they have finished including the spin cycle. You see the deck list right here. Supposedly this is the 2013 winning running deck list. Of course, with the old values, so account siphon back then costed 0 to play, here costs 2, as you can see. So there are already a few things that you would do differently with the reboot cup. Well, I think you play an HQI, which only costs 2 to install. Back then it costed 4. Legwork doesn't exist yet. Sec testing does not exist. Grifter does not exist, I think. And maybe Mr. Elise, which back then costed 3 or 4 to install, and now 1. So yeah. But still, this is like the original deck list, just with the reboot values, basically. So Aweberman sent us this to critique his plays, which is the perfect opportunity for me to steal some content. Okay. And I don't have all the answers. I looked through the whole thing, but I've seen quite a few things, so we can just riff together on some ideas. Might not be everything correct, which I'm saying here. Might overlook some things, but you can always comment on my videos, and yeah. Let's just get right into it.
So, sure gamble, inside job. The hostage is there to go find professional contacts or something like that, I think. Desperado counts. I mean, that all seems like good stuff, right? I'll just keep it.
There isn't much setup here. Again, Zach Test Grifter, these cards don't exist. What you want to have as early as possible is the Desperado, is the Data Sucker, and maybe some of your resources here. And you only have one of these. You have the Desperado, which is of course the best of them, but still it's only one of 3, basically. You have the hostage to get one of the resources, that's fine. So I think this is keepable. If you didn't have the Desperado or the Sure Gamble, you mull this.
So there's going to be a biotic flavored ETF from Jared, I suspect. With Sam's would be my guess. That's what he tends to bring. Yeah, my table is rattling around. All right. So.
Okay. We start with the Netrunner fundamentals. There's a cool video that Andre from Metropole Grid did. Of course, this includes NSG cards, but I think the fundamentals are still the same. So that's always a video I send people to. First thing is plan your turn. With Andy, that's quite easy because you just play 4 cards most of the time. So you play a Gamble, you play a Desperado. There's nothing really necessary here. You might already run on click 3. Because running less click is always a little iffy against ETF, there shouldn't be so much. Architect doesn't exist yet, so installing the ferry first doesn't help that much. You might even lose that if they just rest a sentry like a Rototurret or something. And if everything's fine, you can just install the ferry, for example, last click.
Do account siphon. So do Sure Gamble. I'll do Desperado. How about Ferry? Because I could have done the Mimic. That might have made more sense.
Again, I don't think you install either of these, because the only thing you can do with them is like lose them. But generally you install the ferry first, because ferry doesn't have an upfront cost. It costs 0 to install, Mimic costs 3, and ferry can break everything. So yeah, you generally install the ferry first.
I want to run account siphon and just not care. But that's probably not a good play, so I won't do that. So inside job, or just run R&D. I hate to throw away a card. I don't need the Plascrete though, right? He's not going to be running Scorched Earth here, so yeah, I'll just run R&D.
Okay, what's the right play? Because if you play inside job here, you lose the inside job, you lose 2 credits, and they don't have to rest anything. So you run here. Yeah.
I'll run HQ.
Okay. You pretty much always run HQ here for multiple reasons. One is, of course, you find out what's in HQ. If they rest that, you can find the appropriate breaker to siphon that data. And that's always a thought you should have. If you run HQ and find something there, like an agenda or something to trash, you remove that from the corpse options. So the corp doesn't have this card anymore. If you remove whatever is on top of R&D, they just draw something else and have more options. So generally you run a HQ here.
You can see I'm giving it a lot of thought.
At the start of the game.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a Draco. I don't know where they put a counter on that.
Oh.
Fairy doesn't care about the strength, the Mimic doesn't, so that's just a credit they will not get back.
I'm not going to use Fairy on this. That would be stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Should have put the Mimic down, huh?
Mm.
Live and learn, I guess.
If you install the Mimic first, you would have some money issues, of course, with the hostage, and then get a Kati, it's fine, but still, you... Again, I think you don't install any breaker here. Yeah, this isn't Trace 3, right?
No.
Okay. If you pay 3 for the Trace, you get a Desperado credit, so it only costs 2 credits, and you get an access. If you end the round like you did here, you still pay 2 credits to get rid of the tag, and you lose a click. So it's basically, you get an access, or you lose a click. So you should pay through that race. Would make a difference if you, for example, still had a Shagamble in hand, because then you would have 4 credits, and have to click to play the Shagamble. But in this case, later we see that you get Kati with a hostage, so it really doesn't matter. So you definitely pay through the Trace here.
Alright.
Which is amazing, because this is pretty much the best Draco can be, which is turn 1. It's still not very good, right? Pay 2 credits, wow.
One thing Jared is always really good about is having plenty of money. So I want to keep that in mind.
Using HQ here makes a lot of sense, because
I've got a count siphon here.
Very porous. Yeah.
I wonder if it makes sense to go get the professional contacts. We got a John Massanori in here? I don't remember.
Yeah, Proco is just the issue that you would have to click for a credit to get it online. This is one of these things where I don't have the definite answer. You might get the card, you might get the Proco. Yeah, I'm not sure either.
Remember. This is part of my problem, I'm sure, just not knowing what's actually in my deck. Yeah, why not? Okay, let's do that. At least I had the sense this time to remove the tag after installing the resource. Been a number of times where I have not had the sense to do that. So you can see my thought process here is just basically react. I guess I need to draw.
I don't know what you mean by react, because you get your economy going, you start to be aggressive, you run stuff, and this is absolutely fine. Essentially because you have the Desperado online, so running is almost always better than just clicking for a credit.
Go get rid of that Jackson, I suppose, before you can do any damage with it.
Mm-hmm.
This is me reminding.
This is like the worst thing, especially like against HP, when they just fast advance a an accelerated beta test with the Jackson online, so you have to get rid of these
myself how much it costs to trash Jackson. Listen, I've been very clear that I'm not a good player.
Neither am I.
So let's just go do that.
This is again, plan your turn. There's not all much of a problem to run here first, but you might also just draw to find some options. Maybe you find some, I don't know, an easy mark, or Andysucker will really change things. Or you find your Gen Massanori. This is something that TBB, Big Boy, already told you, that you run archives here. They trashed 2 cards after the Jackson draw, though it's very probable that there are agendas and archives. And if you run archives, of course, you get the Desperado credit, guaranteed. And here Jackson just disappears and you get nothing.
I also get a credit from Desperado.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. Because the server evacuates, the server disappears.
I don't know.
Maybe I should have gotten the professional contacts.
Yeah, you don't click the card this early. Because you want to find some options, so you draw first.
see if I can get him to res the R&D ice.
This makes sense. Again, run less click, but I don't expect them to have much tagging ice here.
All right.
Would hurt though.
I'll take it.
I know that this is an Eli. You don't yet, but I think it's quite weird that they don't rest this. It's just 3 credits. But this should also give you some options that they don't rest something here on 10 credits, right? So when I first saw this, I wasn't really sure what this might be. It might be something very expensive, like a toll booth. But I probably would even rest a toll booth here. On the other hand, emergency shutdown would really hurt for a toll booth. I just expected it to be something very expensive.
I will take it.
Which it isn't, so. On the other hand, it might give you an idea that they need money to like fast advance with Ansan or Biotic.
Alright. So
But still 3 credits for the Eli. To deny you a credit from Desperado and to deny you the access, so...
So do I go and get that? I bet it's a Sansan. Let him res it first. If he reses it, he's going to score. I want to off it on the same turn. Do I give up the score so at least it costs him the 6 credits?
7 credits, right? Because it's like install res. Advance twice. It's 8 credits, I gain 1 ETF credit, so... Yeah.
Inclination is just to go in there, inside job. I pull the money off of Katie. Inside job, go get the Sansan. I don't feel like that's the right move, actually. So I will draw instead. Ooh.
That's fine.
Mr. Kater.
On the other hand, you might run first before you draw something, just to find out what's happening on server 2, what the ice is. So you play the easy mark, so you have 3 credits or 4 on access. So you could trash a Sunset City Grid or steal an NAPD. The draw, I'm not so sure on. But this is very nitpicky.
Those cards. See, that's what do I want to do? What I want to do is use the special order to go get a Corroder or something. So that
yeah, but there's really no ice yet, which you can use the Corroder on. So it would be better. Their win condition is to have money to rest the ice in front of the sands and to rest the sands and to use biotic labor. So if you just run stuff, you get money and deny them money. So that's pretty good.
That I want to be able to have my rig out so I can go and get stuff.
Yeah, but
then like I don't want to use the ferry. I don't. This is where I don't know. I don't know exactly how best to sequence my moves here.
Desperado basically means you want to run a lot. Or it's a good idea to run.
See, and this is stupid, because he knows I can't have enough money to trash the Sansan, so why res the ice? I just wasn't thinking.
Yeah, but you have 4 credits if you access. And I think you both fuck up that, because
yeah.
They don't rest this. Which is the data bike, which you can rest for 4, which would cost you 2 credits, and then you have nothing. You can't even get to the Sansan. They still have 8. Yeah, I think you rest the data bike here. I guess they just forgot that you now have enough credits for the Sansan.
That was dumb. Oh, nice.
But that also happens to me all the time.
Still, that was dumb. I forgot about when the Desperado credit kicks in. I've already clicked Katie this turn. No, so let's do that. Cotty. It's Cotty Jones. So, I mean, I can see some of the mistakes I'm making, right? Like, I shouldn't have run that remote.
I kind of disagree. That was fine. If they rest the ice, you're also okay with it. They rest the Sansan, score something, and then they have 1 credit left, 2 points. You can just get it with an inside job later.
I should have let him...
And you know what the ice in server 2 is. It's pretty alright.
Score. Yeah. Because all he's out is an archive memory, which he'll probably get back later with the Jackson, and it's right back in place. And I guess he wasted a whole turn on that. He also has plenty of money.
Yeah, but you're getting rid of their win condition, which is the Sansan City Grid, and they use the archive memories no matter what. Later they might use it for biotic labor, so you have taken that option from them. It's just something they can do and will do, the same way you will use account siphon. There's really nothing you can do there. You got rid of an Sansan City Grid for 3 credits. That's pretty.
Does it make sense to take the money off of Cotty there? I don't know. I feel like drawing is a bad move.
You can still just run this to find out what it is. That is an option you can take. but you can also just get 3 credits more next turn. And when they score with the Sansan, like, so be
Now
it.
drawing is a bad move, because then I'm stuck with having to throw a card away. Otherwise, I'm just clicking for credits. I'll just click for credits then.
I think you can at least run R&D once, just to force them to rest something. If you get in, you get a credit, right?
Like, I know it's hard to do wrong, to play badly with Andromeda, but I can still do it. Yeah,
Me
so
too.
that's what I should have waited. I should have let this go off before. He will not fire the ABT. Okay, so now I need to go and get it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That's when it makes sense. So, I guess I don't need, since I know I can get the credit from Desperado if he doesn't res. And I want him to res. So I'll burn a click on that.
And they might have a Byroid, which you can click through, so running click 1 really makes a lot of sense here.
Well, poo.
That's part of the game.
Okay. I can still get in there and get it. I think I need to.
Yep.
It's better to use the inside job.
Because they can score with 1 credit. It's insane.
Better to just go get a breaker. 1, 2, play it. Oh, I don't have time to go get the breaker. Yeah, fine.
So yeah, if you had used the inside job on turn 1, you would have a big problem here, so yeah.
Ooh, I'm really tempted to run the account siphon now. He's only on 3 credits.
But they can rest what is in front of HQ, so you definitely don't want to siphon here.
Maybe let's go get a free R&D run.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't worry about running last click either.
I think they can still rest the Eli here. Because they installed something in server 2. Click for 2, they have 3 credits to rest Eli and R&D. And you still need to find an inside job or Yogg, which is doable. Of course I don't know what they have in hand. So yeah, maybe it's fine to not run.
I don't think that was terrible. I mean, that's not great. But that's the move I should have done, rather than the run that I did before. So here again,
I think it was pretty fine until you.
coming back to what could I be doing differently? Like, should I be drawing more? Should I be taking more money?
You were aggressive. You forced them to rest some stuff. You got rid of their biggest threats, which is the Sansan. So yeah, did perfectly actually.
Should I be running differently? This is where there are so many. It just seems like there are so many options. I never know what the best one is to do. Because I should have.
Again, don't click the Kati first, but Big Boy already told you that.
I really want to know what that ice is on HQ so I can account siphon him.
You could you maybe could also have done this earlier, but you could have run HQ because we're through 1/3 of the deck and we've only seen 4 points here. There should be like 2 to 4 points in HQ still. And force them to rest the HQ ice just by running that and not even losing your ferry if it's an ETR. Subroutine. But I think you're
very likely.
I think you also did that.
Let's just do this.
Yeah, this is like the first big mistake because that doesn't give you anything here. That's 2 credits and 1 click that you're not getting back until you have installed your 5th program. So that's just money you could use on getting your breakers or breaking something or paying trash costs for something. Yeah, you're losing a lot of tempo on this install.
Yet. I don't know. I should be looking for Andysucker, right?
Definitely, but you could also just have installed the Mimic and ran HQ.
I always forget that. I know the name of the deck is Andysucker, but so I should be digging for the data sucker and hitting it from the centrals. That's the big mistake, right? I'm figuring this out on turn 9. Well, well, well. I don't know.
I think you might as well just run R&D to, again, force him to rest something.
I'm not being aggressive enough, right? That's part of the problem here. This is probably not good. Yeah, so I need to force him to rest some ice. My inclination is to go get the icebreaker first, so that I have an answer for everything. But should I take the click and let him res the ice so I know what to go get?
This is like the classic Netrunner problem, or even the problem with crims. But generally it just costs you a click to find out what they have. There's nothing that can hurt you now. You have a fairy and the mimic, so the worst that can happen is end the run and they pay 3 to 4 credits to rest something. And then they don't have money to use their biotics, their sand sounds, and you can still just wait for the breakers. So this is fine the way you played it here.
Let's see what he's got. Let's just try an HQ run. I really wanted to res that. Maybe now he will since I have Mimic out. Okay. That's cool. I'm not... Do I want to spend 2 clicks? Nah.
Yeah, I think you also bounce you. This costs you 2 clicks for an access, but you get nothing else but the access. If you had a data sucker, you could have a discussion here if you actually access that. But this way, yeah.
That's good to know.
It was
so now
fun
I can
too.
go get the corroder and I can run the account siphon. Draw first.
You can still run R&D here.
So I don't want to get the corroder there because it would just be tipping my hand that I could get through. So I want to account siphon. If I go get the corroder, it's going to take me a click.
So count siphoning here is fine because even if they had a Sansa and server 2, they would still have 5 credits, which you can steal. Always discussable if you just click through the Eli here, because there's just 2 clicks. If you get the corroder, of course, it's like 2 credits and 7 credits just to get through the Eli. The Draco is then free because you have Desperado, but eventually you want to have the corroder anyway, so I think that's fine. It would of course be better if you had a data sucker, but
a credit to play special order, a second click and 2 more credits to play corroder, that's 3. Third click to play count siphon, that's now 5. 1, 2, 1 to get through Draco, that's 6. And corroder needs 4 to get through Eli, so take the Kati money would be the way to do it. Of course, did I lose Kati? That's okay. She's done the job. Now, I feel like at this point, I should be in control, right? Like, I have the money advantage. I have 2 of my breakers out, and the ability to get the 3rd, and Fem. Like, what more do I need? I mean, the data suckers would be nice, but I feel like this is a pretty strong position to be in. Yeah. Right. That's fine. I mean, I was going to spend a click to try to bait him to do it the next turn. So I think that's a fair loss. I don't remember what's in this deck. What's my R&D interface? Okay. I just want to know what my R&D pressure was.
Drawing here makes sense because you want to find your suckers or your RDIs. Anything else here is just money. Yeah.
That's right. I had to read it.
Like, the money is just a byproduct of finding the stuff you want, because you could basically just click for credits. But of course you want the data sucker.
So I'm just done dancing around. I'm just
The mem chip is still not doing anything, right?
gonna. So I really need a power draw to get to the data sucker, right? That was surprising. So I got a free R&D run here. Ooh.
Drawing first, nice.
Let's hit the R&D.
You can probably still draw to find the data sucker, and then running R&D hurts them more.
How about this one? Okay. That's an interesting decision. I don't know that bankrupting himself.
You're also somewhat bankrupting yourself by paying through the year, like that's 4 credits every time. Of course, having the clicks would be nice to find data suckers. I guess in this case it's fine to pay through the year.
Just to cost me 4 was the right move.
It's only like the money advantages is gone.
I guess I gotta draw it again, since that's a Desperado. It might be nice to have.
Instead of clicking for credit, you can always run archives here, just to find out what they ditched there. I think CVS doesn't exist here.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna clear the tags. I'm not concerned about.
On the other hand, you could also like draw more aggressively. I don't know if you want to install the John. I probably wouldn't. So just draw, find your tools, find the suckers and the RDIs.
Scorched earth here. I have hardly any resources. I think it's just professional contacts, 1 copy professional contacts, 1 copy John Masanori, 1 copy Cotty Jones. So it's like, it's designed to go tag me. Okay.
I don't really understand the stack building. Having Proco for 5 credits and then play Siphons. I guess it works less in Reboot because Siphon costs 2 credits more. So getting rid of the tax is really not that great.
Well, I can't risk that being an agenda, can I? It's worth account siphoning again.
You don't know what they have installed in server 2. If this is an Adonis, you look quite bad with the account siphon. And you get past the data bike for free. You have a ferry, so nothing can hurt you, so I guess you just run.
Just to keep him down? Sure. We draw first.
They only have 4 credits to rest anything.
There it is. No. I need 6 to get in. Count siphon makes 8.
Money-wise, you make 8 and you lose 6. Including the Desper. So yeah, you make 2 credits on this, they lose everything. But again, if server 2 is an Adonis or even an Ash for 2 credits, like this is not a good siphon. Turned out to be a good one, but you're way better off to run server 2.
So I know, I feel like emergency shutdown should be used on something big. But Eli is just annoying. So,
I mean, it's fine. You play it, they lose 3 credits basically, and the option to res other eyes. So in this case, it's
so, you know, costing 4. That seems like a good thing to do. And he's already so low on credits. You really need to find the R&D interface, though, right? That's probably the goal. Maybe some more money. Nice. So what is there he could res? Nothing, right? There's nothing he could res that I couldn't get through on archives.
I don't think so either.
If he reses anything, he's just down another turn worth of money. Randall, Victor, Eli, Victor 2. Okay. I should have installed John Massanori first.
Can still run server 2 to find what's in there.
So if that's an agenda, though, it's not. That quickly, he's back in the game. And I can't afford to let him go score another thing on there.
This is a lot of money and a click to draw cards. I'm not sure this one.
I should have drawn first.
Yeah.
Now that I don't need. Alright. I think I do want to go get that.
That makes sense, huh?
Or whatever it is. Interesting. I ditch the ferry, so I have room for the fem.
The question is just, what do you put the thumb on? If it's not like a Tobu, I don't think there's a point in that. Keeping the ferry is nice. This is not an open deck list. They might just hit you with like some surprise archer or something, I don't know. Yeah, there's really no point to sacrifice the ferry here. Especially if they purge and you for some reason can't get into centrals, then you also can't get past the Ichi with your mimic. Like, there's really no reason to use ferry here.
Interesting. Thinking the hedge fund, right? Archive memories. Okay.
Okay, they take the ice and the hedge fund. You probably want the Sansan.
Is it worth using this? I kind of want to use it on that R&D ice.
I also think this is the right ice to use that on. Archives, neither of you really cares about that. HQ, we know what it is, just 3 credits, so yeah.
In case it's something big. Big enough, I guess. Just trying to keep him low on credits, basically. So Mimic gets through that for just 2. So it's 6 credits to run on R&D. Need to find.
You always have to think in Desperado terms, I think, so it's 5 credits. And we even can make the Eli cheaper with Sucker, and you get a Sucker token, so it's like 5 to 4 credits to get in.
I guess their data sucker can save me a buck or 2. I need the other account cipher. I need the R&D interface. I need to draw. I feel like I need those things.
You can also just go for singles in HQ. We are through almost half of the deck and have only seen 5 points, so yeah.
Like the only thing that's keeping me in this game, I think, is my tenuous money edge. Okay.
I've never seen this card. What is it? Cyberdex Trial. I have to check that. Huh. Okay. I guess if you don't have CVS, that's fine.
Well, let's go. I don't know, a 6 credit R&D run? That seems expensive. Guess I can run HQ. See if he's willing to bleed another 3 credits there. Okay. Nope, not yet. Bleed another 3 credits there. Okay. Nope, not Yog. I know how this game works. Nice. Oh, and the R&D interface to boot. Delightful. So I feel like I am in a good spot here. Like the R&D. Hit R&D.
That's like a Mac thing, the quick zoom, right?
Can I get a money card?
Kind of cool.
Nope.
I'm not really sure what you're digging here for. You have the RDI, you have all breakers. There's nothing else in the list that you really want. You're pretty much set up here. Yeah. Server 2 costs you 2 credits to run. HQ costs you maybe just 2 clicks. R&D costs you 2 clicks and a credit or something, so yeah.
Mimic, I know what I'm doing here.
If you had an HQI or an HQ interface here, that would look much, much, much better for you. You probably want to use the sucker token here.
Great. Give me something good. No. No. Neither of those was good.
You know, 6 credits and you have 3. There shouldn't be anything.
So this is just to get another credit, another Andysucker token. I guess lose a credit. Alright, so he's drawn one of those 2 cards I saw. The Sand. He has the Sand now. So presumably that's the Sand. I have no money. What do I have for money in this deck? Oh, goodness. I'm missing both of these. There's another Count Siphon.
There isn't much in this list. So yeah, you kind of hit the spot where drawing doesn't help you much, because if you draw for money, you might as well just click for credits. What you might want is another data sucker because you already have the mem chip, but okay. So we kind of reach that spot where you're just clicking for credits and running. This is where Armitage code busting would help a lot. Yeah.
Really could use some money. Yeah, so now it has swung completely the other direction. He's got enough to go score something out of hand. Okay. This should help us some.
Yeah, this doesn't make you too much money. You might as well just run HQ, get an access, pay 2 clicks to the Eli, and be done with that, yeah.
Ooh.
Like, how much did that run make you? That run made you 2 credits?
This. Click. Oh. Right, gotta make it run on HQ first. I knew that. I know how the game works. So, how many credits do I actually need? I need 4 if I use Andysucker tokens. Let's go for it. So this is, I feel like this is potentially a mistake, because I have so little money. But I really would rather have gotten the second R&D interface out first. But it could also win the game, right? But presumably he goes and scores here. Or is he thinking about putting out some bigger ice, like on R&D? I think I have a solution to that problem. It's called run into it, bounce off of it, and then inside job. even better. I feel like that's better. Okay. I'm a click short, a credit short of being able to get in this turn.
Again, this doesn't make you too much money. Oh, you get a sucker counter.
Could do some serious damage with those emergency shutdowns. It'd be nice to find the other account siphon. Don't I have another sure gamble in here somewhere? Yes. Everything good is on the bottom of the deck. Account siphon, sure gamble. Here are other Andysucker tokens. That's not a big deal. Okay. I really love
I'm kind of not fine with this archives install, but
RDI out. But realistically, I don't think I can in this turn. So inside job is 2, skip the Heimdall. And I'm still going to need 6. That's 8. So I can do that. I could draw once first, and then click twice, and then go for it. So maybe I get something good. Hey, hey! It's something good. Is that enough? Do I have enough for that? No, I need 4, 5, 6, 7. See, that's the kind of thing I run into. Where I have to say, oh, I need to undo click because I haven't thought through the math well enough.
I think it's very likely that server 2 is not a sand sensitive good because they might just already have used that. They have the money. So in this case, it's definitely better to click through the Eli because you're just clicking for credits now to get money. So it's just one click. So it's 2 clicks instead of 4 credits, right? So clicking through the Eli is of course better. Because now you also don't need to clicks to find some other tools here. So yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay. Now there's probably an ash in there, right? So, if I could draw a sure gamble. Come on, 4 cards. I want the RDI out. That takes me to 7, and inside job takes me to 5, and that's 1 too few. But I can a sure gamble.
Yeah, but if you play Sure Gamble, it's like 2 clicks for 4 credits, which is the same as just clicking through an Eli, so yeah, you don't draw anymore here. Because then something like this happens.
Come on, 4 cards.
Kind of thinking if it makes sense to check what's in server 2. If there's an Ash that they rested for 2, they can pay through the trace. If you pay through the trace, might just be another upgrade in there. But you trash the Ash, getting in trashing the Ash is 5 credits. I'm not sure either. Seeing 3 cards from R&D is also nice, so yeah.
I think that's what I will do. I will gain a credit. I will play this. I will play this. I will do go there. He will want to res. So I skip over that.
That's quite the res here. 6 credits, so the runner pays 2.
Break it without Andysucker. And this should win, right? In theory? Or he's holding a whole handful of agendas. There we go.
Okay. All in all, I think this was quite solid. Let's go back to where see the whole board. So all in all, I think you could just have run a little more often, force them to rest stuff. If you get in, you get a credit with the Desperado. That's nice. Draw more for your data suckers, although they didn't matter that much in this matchup. The memchip install was probably the worst here because it actually did nothing for you other than set you back. But other than that, I think this was pretty okay. This one siphon run in the middle where they had 4 credits that was quite bad, or like this can lose you the game pretty much. That were the big ones that I saw here. I don't know if anyone else might add something to that. Can always comment here. So yeah, that's what I think about it. Okay, if you have more, send me more. I think these are very fun. It's nice to discuss these plays. I think Netrunner is more like context heavy, but of course it always matters like what click are we on, how much money have they, how much money do we have. That makes quite the difference. So yeah, it's always fun to discuss these plays. Okay, see you maybe in the next one. Bye.
Greetings, intruder. When one video ends, just open up another. It's called binge viewing. Go ahead. We support you.